dress one,
I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to win the dress, so it'll be good.
We didn't put that together.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, we'll talk about it on the pod too.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we will.
Okay.
Are we good?
Okay. You're ready.
I'm literally just a girl.
Hello, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
We are back. We have a bit of a different backdrop.
We do. We are changing it up a little bit. We're at my place now. We're going to get a new backdrop, like a burgundy red to match the theme of our logo and stuff. But right now we're just trying out different things. I mean, we're showing up for you guys. So that's
Exactly. That's all that matters is we're here.
And we have this beautiful flower centerpiece from some of the flowers that Hannah had for her bridal shower.
Yes. It's crazy because I literally just got these from Trader Joe's. I got
they have the best flowers.
They do. They really do. I just went to Trader Joe's 2 days before the shower and I got a bunch of bouquets and mixed it up kind of to what I was thinking, and I wanted to go really girly, and then I just did it myself.
You did the whole table yourself?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
it was so pretty. That's what you do. You're like, I should be good.
I know. I had this vision in my mind, and I was like, because I told you guys, I think on the last pod, I wanted to make it really, I'm very nude, plain, but I was like, no, I'm going to go something different. I hate pink, but I was like, I'm going to go girly. Yeah. And let me add some pink into it. So we did all white table. We did all white drapes with a really drapey drape look. So it was modern, but then I wanted to do a pop of color with all the girly stuff. So.
It was gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was obsessed. I was like, if I did girly, this is what it would be.
That's how I felt.
It was so, I told Gabby, I was like, it's so beautiful. I love the drapings of the table too. I was like, I need to ask Hannah her tipping for this. Because we were literally talking about all the decor stuff. Yeah. Because me and Gabby are usually the ones that have when we do something, we're the ones that decorate because we love it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so smart, and the way she did it. And I'm like, the flowers look so pretty. And it was not over the top, but it was so beautiful.
I wanted it to be almost simple, but a statement still.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, your bridal shower was so cute.
Thank you. I feel like I didn't get to see you guys or talk to you guys because the table was so long, and whenever I was putting my guest list together, I was like, okay, I had 35 girls, and then we ended up only with 25. I was like, okay, maybe, whatever. We ended up with 25, and we put the table together, and I was like, oh my, this is a huge table. I'm not going to be able to talk to anyone. Yeah.
No, but we all had a good time, and we all played. There was 5 different games. Yeah. I knew you really well from the pod.
Yeah.
Girls are like, you obviously know, because so many girls didn't get the question of where you and Blake had your first date.
Yes.
And I was like,
you got it right away.
Yeah, the crawfish.
Yes, exactly.
I was like the crawfish. I couldn't remember your favorite show though for some reason.
It's always Friends. It's always gonna be Friends.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, I don't remember talking to her about Friends.
Grey's Anatomy or Friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I know because I've been rewatching Grey's and
they're so on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
Friends is very funny, lighthearted, and Grey's is very depressing and dark.
Drama.
Yeah. But that's me. I'm one or the other.
Yeah, it was good. The hardest one was what Blake obviously. How he answered. Oh, yeah. Because I don't know Blake.
What did the groom say?
What did the groom say for all those things? So I was like, once he said it, I was like, yeah, makes sense, but.
Oh my, we were dying laughing because I think the fourth question was what's the best gift she's ever given you? And I filled it out really quickly before we said his answers, because he sent the answers to basically my mother-in-law or Liz, who is my really good, she's my second mom. She hosted it for me. And he texted her all the answers, so I didn't know anything, and I didn't want to know any of the answers until the day of. But I filled it out really quickly. I was like, what's the best gift I've ever given him? I'm over here going I got him a necklace, a gold necklace one time. I got him.
We broke the saxophone.
Oh my God, that's a good one. I didn't think of that either. That's a great one.
Yeah, I was thinking, saxophone.
Yeah, I'm thinking stuff like that too. I'm like, ooh, we ordered a car together. I'm and I ordered it for him. I was like, okay, maybe I could put the car. And then he's like, her love and companionship.
I know.
I feel so bad.
Oh my, I put her blowjob. So I wanted to put that, but I saw your dad was there, and I was like, no, we ain't gonna make this rated R.
Blake would agree with you.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have agreed.
That ass. Okay, that ass. But it was
all
funny.
like lovey-dovey.
He was so sweet. He came in with like a bouquet of flowers. I was like, my God. It was so sweet.
It was so sweet.
Yeah, it was really fun. We had a great time. All your girlfriends are so sweet.
They
They're
are.
all so nice. Yeah.
They are. They wouldn't be mean. They wouldn't be my friends if they were mean.
Yeah. They're all so
though.
sweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was. Did you get to open all your gifts?
I went home and I was so tired, and then I started downloading all the pictures on my camera to my phone. And then I was doing all that. It was like 1 a.m. before I even noticed. And I was like, I'm too tired. Mm-hmm. So I didn't. The day after, I went home after work. And I was like, okay, let me go through everything. And I did. I accidentally got like 2 of the same knife set. So I need to figure that out. Because I guess, I just got it. There was a mix up. But everything was so beautiful. Valerie got me this like incredible, it's a Louis Vuitton passport holder with my name engraved on the inside, and I literally got home and opened it, and I just was not expecting that whatsoever, and I literally was crying. I was like, this is so beautiful, because she knows we're going to Italy for a honeymoon and stuff. And I have my other luggage. Anytime I go on a trip, I always take my big Neverfull with me. And that's like the first designer bag I ever got. We've talked about that before too. And I was like, oh my God, it just means so much. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I did see the Louis Vuitton bag, and I was like, oh, I wonder who got this for her.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I should have brought it to show you guys. But I opened it. It has my initials in gold and my new initials and stuff, which are very similar, but yeah, I was just like, oh my God, this is so sentimental and pretty.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, and all the cards everyone wrote me too were just like so sweet.
Yeah.
Some of the girl, like Emily ended up she got me lingerie, and I opened that, and I love it. It was like it's a Love for Love and Lemon set.
Oh yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to bring that on our honeymoon too.
Yay.
But yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, you're so the one that was arranging everything, that's your mom's best friend or Blake's mom's best friend?
That's my mom's best friend, Liz, who they grew up together. Like they went to high school together, middle school together. They grew up on the same street. They were neighbors. And so they've been best friends forever. And then growing up, once they had kids, we became best friends, like Kendall and Darian, they were kind of towards the end of the table by you. They are like my sisters to me, so I grew up with them.
Okay.
And they're my bridesmaids too.
I swear to God, I felt like she wasn't old enough to be Blake's mom, but I swear they looked.
You did
so
say
similar.
that.
I was like,
I've never thought of that.
Be related to Blake.
No, they are not.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that, but it's funny. I need to tell Blake you said that, because he'll be like, oh, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She has beautiful eyes, and she's Cuban.
Oh, is she really?
Cuban, fully
Cuban.
Cuban.
I love her. I really enjoyed her personality. She was really sweet.
Yes, she's
great.
The best. Her personality is the best. She's so creative and stuff. Real quick, I have a gift for you. A little gift. Okay.
We're not doing our Valentine's one till next week.
We are not doing our Valentine's one till next week, but I couldn't help myself. Okay.
Oh my God.
And this is honestly, we're gonna have to blur it out because it's probably not appropriate.
Shut the hell.
Okay. I'm serious.
Shut the hell. Is it the strawberry glue? Is it strawberry glue?
No, but turn the bag around.
Stop. Oh my God. Oh my, we're not gonna leave this out. This is gorgeous.
It's so cute.
Bag. At first I was like, ooh, it's bunnies.
Open
I look at
it.
Oh my God, it's sparkly.
So
oh my God, stop. Stop. Is it the strawberry?
If you know, you know. Okay.
If
If you listen to our Patreon, if you know, you know.
Oh my gosh, this is what it looks like. This is the prettiest lube I've ever seen.
So pretty.
The slick strawberry flavored lube.
Yes. So guys, we talked about this on the pod. I told you about That's My Secret Weapon flavored lube, you guys. So just a little hint on the Patreon. Go and check our.
You say you use this before?
Yeah, girl.
And then
all of it, all together.
All together.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I need to write notes.
Yeah,
Chris is gonna be like, you gonna try this out tonight? I'm a little tired, so maybe tomorrow. I'm keeping this bag. I'm framing this bag for the pod, so we have it. Oh my God, this is gorgeous.
I was like, I have to get that.
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. I I love it. I was actually, I was thinking of going and getting me some.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You were here. We talked about it last week, right?
Yeah,
when Gabby wasn't here.
We did.
Strawberry print. I'll tell you how it tastes.
It's flavored lube. She was like, flavored lube? I was like, yeah, you've never tried flavored lube? She was like, no. It's like, it's going to change your life. I promise you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I'm excited.
For details, go tune into the Patreon, okay? Patreon.com/literallyjustagirl. I will give you step by step on what to do with that baby right there.
Yeah. That episode was so good.
It was so much fun.
And it was actually not, I thought it was going to be a little awkward filming it, guys, with Chris in the room, and it actually wasn't.
No, because his reaction was like,
yeah, really
right?
good. Yeah,
like
he actually was like, okay.
Yeah.
The little snippet that you posted today, a lot of the guys are like agreeing.
I know.
They're like, she knows what she's talking about.
Eye contact. Someone was like, yes.
Yes. She knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Sunday, you texted me, and I had just seen it. You literally texted me when I saw it on Complex, but Complex posted the picture with blocks.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, is she wearing blocks? And then I'm like, wait, is she naked? And then you literally texted me. I was on my couch. You literally texted me that instant, and you sent me the raw naked photo, and I was like, there's no way.
We are talking about the Oscars, you guys.
The Grammys.
I'm sorry, the Grammys.
Grammys.
We're talking about the Grammys and Kanye West's wife, Bianca, that showed up to the red carpet fully naked. And immediately, it's funny because I was sitting next to Blake, and he was like, did you see Kanye's wife on there? I was like, no, show me. He shows me. But it was the blurred out one. I was like, I'm going straight to TikTok. I go to TikTok, of course, and there was a couple that had just been posted, obviously, before they were taken down. And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this on the pod. I screenshotted it, and I texted it to you guys. I was like, oh, my God.
The fact that you can see her internal vagina. Lips. Like, you see her fold, and then you see her little
toe. Yeah.
Everything is out.
What do you think? What was your initial reaction?
I just get like, I think, and I don't know if this is the right way to think about it, obviously, because it's her body, her choice, but I get mad at Kanye.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, is he forcing you to do this, like, for some fucking reason? Like, why are you going along with this crazy ass man? Like, it makes me more mad on, like, Kanye's character than it does her. Obviously, do I think it's really, like, slutty? Yeah. Like, it's inappropriate. Like, not even slutty. It's inappropriate. Like, you should go to jail. That's
public nudity.
That's public, public display. Yeah, like, public nudity. Like, she should be arrested for that.
Well, they allegedly got escorted off the red carpet.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, oh, my God. I was, like, in shock. Like, this can't be real. This cannot, like... And it's real, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's wearing a completely sheer little, tall, like, nude dress, I guess. And to me, when I kind of initially saw it, I was like, no, she has to be... This is her thing. Maybe she's making a statement. I don't know. But then when I kind of did a deep dive on TikTok, I saw a lot of videos of right before... She had a big black coat on. Mm-hmm. And right before she goes out to the carpet with Kanye, and Kanye's, like, telling her something in her ear, and you can see her shaking her head. No. And then he says something else, and then she turns around and she drops her coat. So I was looking at the comments, of course, and people were like, she's obviously saying no, and he's obviously, like, pushing her to do this. We need that the TikTok lip reader.
Yeah.
We need her to give a breakdown of what he's saying, because it does look like she's saying no and giving him pushback, and he's like, no, do it, and she does it. And I don't know if you guys know, he dated Julia Fox after he divorced Kim, or they divorced. And Julia Fox came out with a book. And she, in her book, writes that Kanye would really force her and push her to wear a lot of things, like provocative things, and things she didn't really want to wear or feel comfortable in. And that was, like, his thing, you know?
Yeah, because she also, I think she also said, like, she was really uncomfortable in that relationship.
Yes.
I think she came out and said stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. So I'm sure Bianca's dealing with the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's crazy.
He's crazy. And then Gabby and I were like talking about it a little bit, and Gabby was like, why doesn't he come out here butt ass naked?
Exactly.
And tell me how he would feel showing his butt crack and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, that's my thing. Like, he's doing it for himself, and I don't know if these women are. I honestly want to know what Kim's thinking.
I told Blake that. I was like,
that was
imagine Kim scrolling right now.
That was my thought. Like, Kim is scrolling and this is what she saw. Like, I'm like, what is she thinking?
Because watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, there were a couple episodes where Kanye would have a problem with what Kim was wearing at some point.
All the time.
So that's weird because you're going to switch up and now you're parading your naked wife around on a red carpet. That is a big difference to what you were giving like on the show, right?
Yeah.
And it's confusing because it's like, what is this? What is the purpose of this, right?
Yeah. What is the purpose of it?
I don't know. Scandal, I'm sure to just, right? We always say bad press is good press. Like, it's a shock value thing, I'm sure. But there's also, like, he's off. Like, something's so off. His music's great, right? But, like, something personally is obviously so messed up with him. So it has to be something just crazy. Some crazy meaning. Yeah. Kanye has some crazy meaning behind this. And did you guys see, he posted on his Instagram story, I want to say maybe around a week ago, which I just saw this today. He posted a clip, and he never really posts anything on Instagram, but he posted a clip on his story of a clip from Girls Gone Wild, and it was Pamela Anderson coming out naked and giving a cake to Hugh Hefner, like on his birthday or something. He posted a little clip of that like a week ago on his story. So people are now kind of saying maybe he was like alluding to this. Yeah. Like it's a foreshadowing of this, and there's some kind of meaning he wants to like give. He wants to send out by doing this, right? Yeah. I don't know, but that's also interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why Kanye does what he does. I love the old Kanye, the old Kanye that used to just rap and not be in this drama. This Kanye, I don't know. And I'm just like, you also have children. Yeah. You know, like, I don't know, like, to think about, I don't know. I just feel for her because, like, unless she's, like, 100% confident, she's like, I don't care, we don't know, right? But I hope that's the case for her.
She looks great. She looks incredible.
She looks incredible.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. What else happened in the Grammys? I have no idea.
Okay, I am upset because someone robbed or rigged this shit, okay? Because Billie Eilish walked off with not a single Grammy, and Beyonce won a Grammy for Best Country Album.
I know.
There's a lot of interesting takes on this, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love Beyonce.
We all know you love Beyonce. We've talked about Beyonce.
Okay? Yeah. But for Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish to be the #1 played song on Spotify last year, and for her to not walk away with a Grammy for that incredible album that she poured her heart and soul into is so shitty. And I'm mad. Like I just don't understand how these nominations work, but that can't be right. It can't be right.
Yeah, I don't understand the nomination. I mean, based on a book I read a while ago, the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't know if this is obviously it's like real or not. Based on that book, it's all political. Like it's all like who who like when it comes to celebrity and singers and all that. Like it's all a political thing behind closed doors. What happens?
It has to be.
So I don't know. I mean.
Did you see her react? Like Billie, I was like in tears.
No, I didn't.
And of course, and they knew what they were doing. They panned over to her immediately. Right after they announced Beyonce, they immediately
did?
Yes, they immediately show Billie's face and she's in tears. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You're lying.
It has to be rigged. I'm telling you. I don't know what's going on, but I was like, I don't ever want to watch this shit ever again or support it because to me it's like you're robbing really incredible artists of their hard-earned work that they by the numbers deserve.
Yes.
How can you deny the numbers? She has I think over 100 million more streams of that album rather than Beyonce's country album. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go on the record and say like you may consider that country. That is not like...
That is not country.
That is not country, girl.
No.
That might be country pop, her twist on like country. But I don't agree, to be honest, and that might be controversial. I just don't agree with someone giving her a Grammy. She has 33 Grammys. I'm not discrediting the album. It's great. But against like against Casey Musgraves and all these other albums who are authentic country artists, I just don't think it's right. It needs to have its own brand. It needs to have its own like different category.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, I didn't see that.
Because that's like country pop.
I just can't. I don't know. Like, I mean, I've always been a big, trust me, girl, I've always been a big fan of Beyonce, but Beyonce has like recently rubbed me the wrong way with everything. Like, even more so like the fact that she's married to Jay-Z, and now like all of a sudden like,
yeah, the Diddy stuff.
When things get dirty, you really see people's true colors. Mm-hmm. And like obviously she's in the limelight and she only shows us what she wants us to see. And I'm not discrediting her beautiful voice or whatever, but do I think that was not country? Don't even fucking say that was country. I don't care who, like, that is not country music. Yeah. It was great. The style that she came out with was great. It's like if you put, when Bad Bunny came out with music, his music wasn't reggaeton. It was trap.
That is such a good point. Because, like, he came out at Club, right? Like, in his new album. That's it. That's if you were to give Bad Bunny a Grammy for best house music, best EDM album. It's literally like doing that in my opinion. So it's like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but that breaks my heart because Billie Eilish is just incredible. She's an incredible
Oh my God.
singer. Yeah.
I saw her face and oh my God, I felt for her so hard. I can only imagine that. I know, like from the documentary, she puts her heart and soul into these things, and she comes from doing this in her bedroom, right? Her and her brother Phineas in her bedroom, or in her childhood bedroom, making these albums, and she really deserved that win.
Yeah. No, I didn't see it. Was that the only drama?
I mean, allegedly, like when Beyonce won Best Country Album, like Casey Musgraves gave like a scowl to the camera, and she had to address that. She was like, it wasn't a scowl, it just wasn't a reaction at all, right? But obviously, we know she would very much agree with us.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah, no.
We all know.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I wasn't on social media that much, and then I haven't really been on social media on TikTok as much. It's been so weird since the app came back on, like what they're allowing to see and what they're not allowing to see. And then just with like, you know, everything that's going with the ICE raids and everything, it's been really sad to see people like, you know, we've shared a lot on our Moss platform and stuff like that. Like, you know, different resources that people can reach out to and stuff. But like, just people, like, it's so sad to see that. And then I was watching, not as sad, like it breaks my heart. And then you hear all this stuff like about like, I was telling the girls like, Trump wants to take everyone to Guantanamo Bay and leave them there for like, you know, I don't know how long, because they can never escape. And then now they have like a whole thing at the BET Awards where I think it's what's his name? The basketball player that's married to Gabrielle Union. They did a whole speech. What, Dwayne
Wade, right?
Yes.
We did his birthday party. It's funny, this past year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we decorated
it. I didn't know
nice.
They had a son who trans into a girl. Yeah. It was like a whole thing. I didn't even know that. Yeah. Well, they don't, but he has it with his ex-wife. But anyways, I will say that their speech was incredible. Gabrielle Union, though, she is...
That bitch.
She is. Like, she is that bitch. What is that one show that she's in? Do you remember? She's a lawyer in this show. I don't even remember. But she's great in it. Anyways, I will say, like, I had no idea what they were talking about. But that speech was really great. But I just haven't been on because, like, it's so much stuff. But I also feel like we live in a society nowadays where we can't be blinded. Like, I was telling the girls yesterday, like, you have to kind of like inform yourself, but you also have to inform yourself the right way. You can't just inform yourself through TikTok videos or fake news. Like, do your own research and inform yourself. Not like my mom, who will send me like 5 videos of a voiceover of a Mexican guy talking about the world ending. And I'm like, and then she's calling me freaking out. And I'm like, Mom, please. Like, please. Because then she calls me all anxious and she like gives me that energy, and I'm like, Mom, I don't need this energy.
She's the type just to believe anything she hears.
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. My mom is that Mexican mom that literally watches these videos of, I'm sure some people listening have those moms, of like voiceovers of like robot men or whatever.
Like, this is AI, Mom.
Yes, it's AI, and she thinks it's real. She thinks it's real, and I'm like, Mom, this is so fake. Stop watching this. And my dad literally just sent that the other day, like some guy saying, stop listening to everything you hear. And I was gonna message back, be like, Mom.
Yeah.
But no, I just have, like, that day I wasn't even on that much because I'm like, it's just everything that's going on. It's crazy. And then you have the Grammys and I'm like, okay, here, I feel like just like
one thing after the other.
One thing after another, girl.
Yeah, I know.
It's been, I'm hoping February will be a better month for everyone.
I know. And like with these plane crashes that have been happening.
That
recently,
too, oh my gosh, it's so frightening.
It's extremely terrifying.
Terrifying.
It's extremely
the military
terrifying.
one, that flew into the other one, then all these different planes I've had, like, all this stuff happened to them. I'm, like, terrified to fly.
Me too.
I'm terrified.
Me too. I don't even have words because I don't want to say something and it's not what it is.
Yeah,
or we don't know what happened, right? It's just crazy because it was, like, so shocking and my heart just aches for the figure skaters and the people. Did you see the figure skaters going to, like, coming back from the national championship were on that flight, American Airlines flight?
The one that died? The one that everyone died on?
Yeah. Yes. A whole team
Of
of
figure
American championship, like national championship figure skaters all passed away tragically. And of course, I mean, women, children, men, families that were on that flight. I mean, just anyone involved or anyone who had a loved one that they know, it just breaks my heart. And to me, like, that happened, and then I think not even the next day or maybe the day after, the flight with the newborn infant on the life flight that crashed too.
What?
Yes. Did you see that?
What were you gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah, the one with the skaters, those were all kids. So they were 15 and 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then the one for, I think they had just left the hospital and they were doing an emergency surgery and they were flying back to Mexico. So they didn't even live here.
Yes. Yes. An infant on that helicopter.
It was on a helicopter?
Was it a helicopter or a plane? I can't remember.
I think it was a small plane.
It was a small
They
plane.
were getting a surgery here for their baby?
Yes.
And then they were going back home. Oh my God. I
And that one
can't.
crashed. Yes. And it's just like,
What is happening?
what is happening? What is happening? It's terrible.
I'm supposed to go to Georgia next month.
They just had a flight from Houston.
Yes.
It was on fire.
Yes.
Yes, my sister just sent me that on its way to New York.
Yes.
She sent me that. I'm like, I want to go to Georgia to visit when my dad has his surgery and he's supposed to have it this month or next month. And I'm like, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm already terrified to fly as it is.
Me too.
Like, definitely,
Especially-
I shake the second we're on the way to the airport.
Same. I'm literally the same. As soon as I get on the plane, I'm like, please, Jesus, Lord, please,
Yeah.
please, please, please. And then as soon as I land, I'm like, thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Like, I will be
And
good.
to anyone who says the dumb statistic of like, well, you have more of a chance to
Yeah,
die in your car
sure.
than on a plane. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I hate
Because
that statistic.
I rather, like, I've been in a life-threatening car accident. I rather 10 times over be in that situation rather than fly from 10,000
Oh
feet
my
in
God.
the air. Not like I'm not trying to make light of that situation. I'm just saying that I rather be in my car on the ground. Thank you, gravity. I'm terrified to fly. It's like
Yeah.
one of my biggest fears. I hate it.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like we're in 2025. You would think that there are millions of flights a day. And you would think that this is not something that needs to happen anymore, right? Like there's regulations in place. The American Airlines flight that happened, it was in DC, like literally where around the rivers and stuff, like where the Black Hawk flight, like they're training, and you would think there's more regulations to this stuff. And it's terrifying that it could happen to any one of us on a flight, and it scares me.
It's scary, but when you really break everything down, and I'm not trying to scare everyone even worse, but like at the end of the day, maintenance and everything is done by a human.
Yeah.
He could literally be having a bad day and
there's
forget
room for error.
Yeah, like screws.
I saw a pilot.
Yeah, like
just last
literally.
week got arrested for DUI, and he's a pilot. Literally, he was on the flight about to fly the plane, and he got someone, I guess a passenger said that they like smelled alcohol or something, like when they walked by him, something like that, and he literally got arrested and escorted off the plane, and he definitely was under the influence of alcohol, and he was about to fly the plane. Like, there's so much room for human error, and it just is terrifying that we live in such a scary time recently.
I think like not only just that, like, they need to be, like, I mean, I know I've been watching Grey's Anatomy, and the surgeons, like, they're, like, you know, they got to be these, like, fucking phenomenal surgeons and stuff, because they're thinking, like, I'm saving this person's life. That's how it needs to be for pilots. Yeah. You have hundreds of people's lives in your hand.
Right.
And I'm not saying, obviously, like, there's great pilots out there, right? I'm so grateful, cause, like, you know, I'm not talking shit about pilots. But that one pilot, I'm like, how dare you? You have so many people's, like, even if I have one, do you know how slow I drive if I have me in the car? I'm like, dear Lord, please just get me to this street, you know? And then like, it's just so scary to think about having other people's life in your hand. And I'm like, I don't know. It's a scary world we live in. It is, but I don't want to end on that note, guys. Like, you also have to live your life, right? Like, you have to still go out and do things for yourself. Like, you can't, I will say, like, you know, maybe don't spend as much time on the news and social media if it's, like, bringing you a lot of anxiety. Do your own research, obviously, but you know, with the ICE raids, I did see one guy say, like, you know, at the end of the day, if you did come here illegally, you've been living every day with the possibility that you could be caught, right? So just continue to live your life that way. Don't be living in life with fear of, like, being stuck inside and not being able to do things and always in fear, because at the end of the day, the possibility was always there. It's just heightened now. So it's like, you know, it's another, like, and he was a Hispanic guy, and he's like, you got to live your life to the fullest, right? Not based on fear. If it happens to you, like, it's going to happen. There was a possibility there, but, like, you can't be living life out of fear. And, like, that's why sometimes, like, I feel like if it's too much for me on that day on social media, and it's also, like, what you see, right? Like, it keeps recommending you the same stuff. So that sometimes I'm like, all right, let me just like this random funny shit, so, like, it can start recommending me funnier stuff. Speaking of which, let's go lighthearted. Hannah sent me a pet psychic today.
Yes.
Chris was like, amazing. What the hell?
She is so accurate. Did you watch the TikTok?
I did, but what do you, how, like, a cat could say that to anyone. I'm family.
I don't know, and I don't know. Okay, I've never seen a psychic, but she's spot on. She's spot on. Guys, I can't remember her name right now, but she's like just if you type in on TikTok, animal or like pet psychic, she's the top one. It's like the most viewed TikTok, and it's a girl, and she's like on her laptop, and she's doing a virtual, it's all calls with her. I can't remember her name. She's a sweet older lady, and she does these virtual calls, and she tells you what your pet thinks of you and what his or her thoughts are. And she literally was spot on. And mind you, this is a phone conversation. She's in a different state, like far away. She doesn't even know who this person is. She doesn't know anything, right? And she calls, and she's like, yeah, your cat really needs a better view. She's asking you for a better view. She says she's tired of the same view. And also, she's the one that, like, pees on the floor a lot, right? And she was like, yes, she pees on the floor all the time. She's like, yeah. So the one that pees on the floor, she definitely loves you, but sometimes she finds your phone conversations really frustrating. She was like,
yeah.
Like, you talk really loud when you're on the phone, and she doesn't like that. And she's like, I really do. I talk really loud.
I just need to know what Hermes and Finny think of me now. I need to know what Kiki
thinks of me. I need to know. And you guys, I tried to book her, and her next availability is January of 2026.
Oh my God, that lady is rich.
She is fully booked. I'm like, I will pay anything. I want to know what Kiki thinks of me. Like, really,
it's like
thinks
for
of me.
15 minutes, Hannah was like, it's not that bad. It was like $80. I'm like, for 15 minutes.
I will pay her.
She gonna tell me what your cat thinks of you? I'm like, girl, you want to pay that. I'm like, $80 at Sephora goes a long way sometimes.
What do you think? What do you think Benny and Hermie really think of you? Don't you want to know? What if they're shady?
I do. I do want to know now. Now I want to know.
Right? Like, I wish this bitch would take me on more walks.
Yeah,
right.
Like bitch,
what do you
stop
think
leaving me at home for so long, or stop being on your phone at night when you're supposed to be cuddling me. Like, Hermes would probably say that. Fendi would probably be like, when you say you're gonna give me a bath, give me a bath. Don't just say I'm gonna give you a bath today and don't give it to me, because she actually likes baths. So sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna give you a bath today, and then I forget, and then I'm like, I'm gonna give you. But so I don't put her on the couch with me. I'm like, oh, mommy, you're going on the couch today. I promise I'm gonna give you a bath, and then I don't. And then she doesn't get on the couch with me.
I'm gonna find her name really quick. That way I can tell you guys.
But I mean, she'd have to be real precise. Like,
she is. Watch the TikToks. It's crazy, you guys.
For those who are wanting Frenchies, guys, I just spent over $1,000 at the vet in the last 5 days on both of them. So just FYI.
Why?
Well, Fendi had a really bad skin infection and ear infection. And then Hermes' right eye started, like, getting, like just hazy. And we were like, stop. Like, is he going to go blind? Like, what the hell? So we took him to the vet today, left him there, and they did, like, a bunch of tests, and he has an ulcer in his eye.
What is he need surgery?
No, it just goes away with eye drops. So like,
okay.
I just have to put. He's supposed to be wearing a cone. I'm not gonna do that to my puppy. Like, he can't even fucking. I took him out of the vet. He was just hitting himself everywhere. He didn't tell where the grass was. Okay, so I'm just gonna be careful. You should have seen him. He's so miserable.
Amazon has like neck pillows for them that actually stay right here, and they can't lick themselves as much. I'll try and look it up and send it to you.
He's just not supposed to like obviously wipe his eye, which he doesn't do. Like. He's not only in the morning, so I just have to be careful with that. But I'm like, I'm not leaving this huge ass cone on his head. I'm like, pobrecito, he looked fucking miserable. He kept hitting everything like this, and he couldn't even touch the grass this morning.
Aww.
But yeah, Frenchies are expensive, girl. They're expensive.
Yeah. Animals are expensive if you're like a really good pet owner.
Yeah.
Because you like have to.
Yeah, you have to the heartworm test, the rabies, all the other tests. And then if you get a white dog, like if they have skin allergies, like it's just, we have her on her bag of food was like $60, $70. It's like hypoallergenic, nothing, no protein ingredient source has been so like broke down to where you can't know what it is, so that we're going to run a full panel exam on her in 2 months to see what exactly she's allergic to, so we can like, if it's detergents, if it's whatever, dude, it's a whole thing. And then after that, if it's something we can't control, like let's say she's allergic to oak trees or something, they'll make a specific injection for her, just like a flu shot, where it builds her antibodies against that. So it's like they're giving her a shot with those things, so she builds immunity to it. Right. Like, it's a whole thing.
Wow. I mean, that's like human allergy shots.
Yeah, I guess
time.
So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
The things we do for our fur babies, I swear.
I know, but they're my babies.
I know. Yeah. So anyways, her name is Lauren Bode, you guys.
Okay.
Lauren Bode, okay?
Lauren
and I
Bode.
am going to book her. And yes, in a year from now, I will come back and report to you guys. I'm going to record it because I want to know what Kiki thinks of me.
What do you think she thinks of you?
I think... Sometimes I wonder if she thinks I'm her mommy or if she thinks I'm like her bestie. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I want to know, because she's like, we're obsessed with each other. Like, she comes, let's just say, for instance, like, Blake is the spare human, you guys. Okay. She doesn't care about Blake. Okay. Every once in a while, she will lay on his chest, and it's like, oh my God. Okay. But she's obsessed with me. Like, the second I get home, she hears my voice, she comes running out. She's not a cat that just sits in the corner and she's like, doesn't care. No, she knows my voice. She knows me. I could call her. She will come to me. Okay. Like, she's very aware and she's very smart compared to other cats. I really feel like, and I'm sure other people would say that about their cats, but I really think my baby's smart. She is so smart. I think she would be like, I think she would say, I know she'd be like, I wish you fed me more tuna. Because every once in a while I give her a little can of tuna as like, just a treat, but I give her dry food throughout the day, and I've tried doing wet food, but it stinks so bad to me I can't do it. Yeah. It smells too bad. Yeah. So I'm like, no, you're eating dry food. I'm sorry. But every once in a while I'll give her a can of tuna. She loves the tuna. Okay. I think she'd be like, I really want just to be on tuna diet. And she'd probably be like, I want to sleep with you all night, which I can't do because she like wants to sleep in my face.
So you put her down?
Yeah, I cuddle with her until I'm about to go to sleep, and then I put her out of the room, and she hates when I leave her outside of the room.
Oh, you like close the door and everything?
Yes. Otherwise, she would be right here. She's like attached to me at the hip. You know what I mean?
That is the cutest, though.
You guys, this is TMI. I go to pee in the morning, and she comes and sits in my lap on the toilet. I swear to you. I'm not kidding. She's like this with me. Yeah. So
if you're on the couch, she's just cuddling with you.
Right here, always. Or here. She wants to be on my chest all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Doing anything. I'm like literally trying to work on our wedding seating chart, and she's trying to like, she wants me to hold her. She's a baby. And I want to know, does she think I'm literally her mom, or does she think like, no, this is my
bestie.
My bestie, yeah.
Oh my God. That is so cute. Because Fendi's like that, but Fendi she's not someone that wants to cuddle up here. She wants to be in between my legs all the time. Mm-hmm. Like anywhere I go, she wants to be in between my legs. But having your dog, like, I wish my dogs would want to cuddle like right here sometimes, but they just want to put their butt crack on me, like their butthole, and I'm like, ew. Fuck no, because Frenchies fart all the time. Ugh. And cats, do you bathe your cat often?
I only give her a bath like once every 6 months. She hates baths. She hates water.
And they don't smell.
Cats smell like buttery, fresh linen dryer sheets just 24/7. I don't know how, because they eat nothing but fish food, like fish literally. Like their breath, no, it's not good, but for some reason they smell like fresh linen. Their fur, just, they smell good all the time.
Oh my god.
And then it's funny because she'll like rub up on me, and the next day I smell my baccarat like on her. So she like smells like baccarat.
yeah, I'm sure.
She smells so good. I love her so much.
You and Gabby have been convincing me to get a cat, but I can't do it with my Fendi. My Fendi's too jealous with me.
Yeah.
She's very protective. So I'm like, no, with my 2 dogs, I'm just like, I'm good now. But cats, maybe in another life. I just think cats are just so easy.
So easy if you have a good cat. Like, so easy. She's the best. I'm bad. Like, if I see a stray cat, I'm like, stop, we need to go make sure they're okay. Like no. Because he knows I will take any stray cat home.
Oh my god.
I will.
Give him to Gabby. Gabby needs another cat, she says.
Do you?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel bad leaving my cat.
Do you think that he would get along with other cats?
I don't know.
Because
he's still little.
Okay, well, try and socialize him if you're really thinking about getting another cat, because Kiki does not like other cats. I brought a stray cat home one time, and she was like cool at first, and then the other cat started to hiss at her, and she was like, no. And she couldn't.
She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, she was like, no.
This is my home.
She literally was like,
get the hell out of my home.
It was so funny because my sister was like, you need to make that TikTok where it was like, who are you? I was like, this is my house.
I could totally see that. Oh
That's
my
Kiki.
god.
She's like, who are you?
So what about Achilles, your husky? Are you
Achilles is like such an old man. He's like, at this point, he's like maybe 10 or 11, and he just chills all day long. He just chills. He'll play outside if I like go grab a ball. He'll play. He loves to go on walks. Other than that, he's just laying down all the time. Kiki's obsessed with him, but he's okay with her. But once she starts to cuddle too much with him, he doesn't like it.
He's not a big cuddler, is he?
No.
Because huskies typically aren't, because they get so hot.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think so.
If Achilles, if I let him, he thinks he's a tiny chihuahua. He would like get on my lap and he'd lay down, but he doesn't like to like cuddle. Like he won't get in our bed or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He likes cuddles and stuff, but he's not one to like actually want to be like really, really next to you the whole night or anything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. They have a love-hate relationship because Kiki just licks him, wants to be all up on him, and he's okay with it. And then he starts to growl, and he's like, "Okay, I've had enough.
Yeah. Move on, bitch.
Yes.
Move on.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
They're so cute. I love our little fur babies.
Fur babies
Aren't they
are
just
the
like
best.
the best?
They're the best.
Like, what would we do without them?
I'd be so lonely. My mother and father-in-law want to take Hermes and Fendi for like a few months because they're like, you guys travel so much, and I'm like. And we were considering it in December because we were traveling, and I'm like, this house would be so lonely. I'm like, I cannot, like, a whole month without my babies?
Yeah.
No. And I know his parents, they wouldn't want to give him back. They wouldn't want to give Hermes back. Absolutely not. They've begged us to let them keep him.
Have you taken the dogs over there before?
Yeah, we take them all the time.
Oh, okay.
But they want Hermes to stay. And I'm like, no. And that man won't, he's like ready to go. As soon as he sees us grabbing one suitcase, he's like, put me in the car, Mom. I'm leaving. Like, he's like very much attached to us. And I was like, if I left him, I could never. I'm like, it would break my heart.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. There's no way. But they love him because when we got Hermes, we got him as a really small puppy. And then we lived on our own, and then we moved with his parents for a year. And Hermes was really little. And so they still remember taking care of him. And they had a Jack Russell. And they would play outside together all the time. So Hermes, till this day, when we go to his parents' house, we'll go looking for the Jack Russell.
Did he pass? He passed away?
No, they gave him away because he had too much energy. That dog would literally jump up and be like, "Hey!"
They're known for that.
Oh my! That dog and my suegra.
They're really athletic dogs.
She couldn't. She's like, she would get so mad at him because he would jump like this little white dog, like a bunny. And like he would sometimes escape and go to he'd come back filthy from being and my mother-in-law would be so mad, dude. She'd be screaming and like, dude, she just didn't, yeah. My parents and his parents have never really been good with dogs. Now they love Hermes because Hermes was well trained and now he's a great dog and he's older now too, so he's chill. And they're like, we want Hermes. I'm like, no, y'all got to deal with all the puppies, all the vaccines, all that. Nah. You can't just have him now that he's great. No, sorry.
That's your baby.
Life doesn't work that way.
No, exactly.
But
aww. Yeah. That was like my soul dog, Gracie. I had her. We adopted her from Illinois because a good family friend of ours had a brother who passed away in his house, and the body was like recovered, and Gracie was there with like 2 other dogs, and the owner had died. So she went to a shelter, and it was in Illinois in the freezing winter time, and it was like more like a pound. It wasn't a shelter, so they were treated so badly, and she had kennel cough. She was so sick, and she was so scared when we first got her. And I got her when I was maybe like 8, 9, and I had her till I was 18. So for 10 years, she passed away. How many years ago was that? But yeah, she passed away, I guess, like 6 years ago. So that dog, though, was like the most smartest, like, I swear to you, like my soulmate. It's the craziest thing. I've never felt so connected to an animal because she would sleep by my side every single night. And I was like, no, I didn't want to sleep over at anyone's house. So I'm like, no, I got to make sure I'm next to Gracie all night. She was so protective, and like you could go outside and she'd stay right here next to me. Yeah. She wouldn't run off. She wouldn't do any of that. She was so smart. She's like a human. Yeah.
Honestly, kennel cough in dogs is so scary.
Terrifying.
I never had heard of that, and then Fendi got it. Fendi's the one that usually gets it a lot quicker. And I was like, I took her to the vet, and I was like, yeah, she's got some fuzz stuck in her throat. And she just kept going.
Like, no.
She kept going, and I was like, yeah, she's got like some fuzz from the ball stuck in her throat. And then they're like, all right, just sit and wait. And then she starts coughing like that. And then they're all like, is that your dog? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, that sounds like a cough. That's kennel cough. I need you to wait outside. And I was like,
highly contagious.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. Yeah. And it's really bad when they get it. Like, they throw up and everything. It's like a really bad,
terrifying.
It's really terrifying.
It is. Yeah. It was terrible to watch her go through that when we first got her. But we gave her meds and stuff. And it's crazy because with the day we got her, we brought her home. And she heard my dad's voice upstairs. And I swear to you, she thought it was her old owner because she was so sad, depressed, sick. She would just sit down, not do anything for days. And she heard my dad's voice, and she ran upstairs looking, and I followed her. She went around the corner and saw my dad, and then she was like, whined, and went right back to her spot and laid down. And I was like, oh my God. Gosh. She probably thought it was her prior owner she had. And it broke my heart.
So sad.
Yeah. The day that dog passed is the worst day of my life. Seriously.
No, yeah, I cannot, like, these videos where your fur baby's passing away, I'm like, I swear to God, I will be a wreck. Because, I mean, even when Hermes is, like, even a little ill, Chris is like, baby, and I'm, like, just crying, and he's like, baby, she's fine, and I'm like, baby, I can't live without him, and he's like, baby, he's fine, but then, like, reality starts hitting, like, he's gonna turn 9 in a couple months, and I'm like, I just can't. I told Chris, I'm like, I need you to get me pregnant ASAP. One of my dreams is for Hermes to be next to my newborn. Like, that is, like, one of my, like, I've always envisioned that, and I need it to come to life. I'm like, I need to have a little baby. I want, because I know Hermes is going to be, like, because he loves kids. I'm like, I know he's probably going to be on my belly, and I'm like, I just want to see him, how he acts with our little baby, because that's gonna be his little baby brother. Like, that's what I want, and I like, that's my only rush in having a baby is literally that.
That's so sweet.
That's
like,
literally
I could cry.
I know.
That's so sweet.
You know what else I've really been? I don't know. This idea's been in my head.
What?
Fostering.
A child or a dog?
A child.
A child?
A child.
No way. Like, what age?
I don't know. I I don't know. Like, obviously the idea, not that it seems great, but like the idea has like been like in my mind. Chris is the one that's just like, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into, right? Because it's, I understand it, but I would like to foster like, not little babies. I want to foster like 8-year-olds and plus.
Okay.
I would like to foster like kids.
But you don't think it would be really tough to end up, let's say they go to another foster family, or they have to leave you. Like,
Yeah.
I probably knowing myself wouldn't be able to do that, and then I'm gonna end up adopting 18 kids.
Same. That's me. I think about that because I'm like, it would be so hard for me to put like, let's say you put like a year of like your effort and love into this kid, and now he's got to go someplace else.
Yeah.
It's devastating. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, just like I just think about, I don't know, my just, you see all these horrible stories, right? So then I'm like, if I could help a kid,
definitely,
like that's where my heart comes from. Like if I could help a kid or two, like live a good life for as long as possible, like why not? But then obviously comes all the, are you going to say something?
So would you adopt?
Would I adopt? If we could not have kids and I really, really want a kid, I think I could adopt. I just don't think Chris could adopt. I think I have the heart for it. I just don't think he does. And so that would definitely be like a conversation for sure. Like later on we would need to have, but, yeah, like obviously it would be nice to adopt. And I think about it in like, helping, right? Like I would love to be able to give a child a home, but I do think about, I'm more like, I think for me, like more fostering is like a little bit more like, okay, like I can foster, I know it's short term versus like, I think adoption sometimes is really hard. Like it'd have to be a closed off adoption. Like you have no attachment to your past parents whatsoever. Preferably they passed away and I take care of you. Because I think anything that like, oh, my mom left me, this is always going to come back, you know? It's going to be like traumatic. And then it's also hard for the parent and like it just all, like I think about all that because all that's reality, right? It's going to come up. So I think preferably if I were to ever adopt, I would have to be like the child lost both parents or something. And then like I would take care of it and like, oh, your mom and dad passed away, unfortunately, or something like that. That way they're not ever left with, my mom gave me up. You know, because I think that that's like something that would always come back to them, right? But I don't know. I've been in a really loving mood. I don't know if it's because Aurelia's about to have her baby, and I'm just like, I cannot wait to smell that baby next month. Or I don't know, but I've just been like
in baby mode.
Not that I don't want a baby. Like I don't want a baby, but.
Like you don't want pregnancy and giving birth, or you don't want a newborn
no,
and
not
dealing
right
with toddler
now.
stage?
Not yet. No, I don't want a baby yet. Like I don't think I'm ready for a baby yet, right? Like last year I was like, oh, I want a baby. Like no, I don't want a child yet. I just want to help a child already. Aww. That's how I feel.
You know what you could consider doing? I did this when I was maybe 13 or 14. I went to Costa Rica, and it was involved with my church at the time. We went to Costa Rica, and we basically did a mission trip, and we helped build churches in Costa Rica, and it was in more of an underprivileged area, and we got to do like VBS with the kids during the summer. It was all in Spanish, of course, but my family's from Costa Rica, so I really resonated with being there and with the kids there, and they fell in love with me and I fell in love with them, and it was like we spent a whole week together. Every day I'd show up like literally 8 a.m. and we'd do VBS all day. We'd do fun activities. We'd cook for them. We'd help clean. We'd help get them new clothes and teach them things, and we helped build a swing set in a park and like give them like baseballs and soccer balls. And I left absolutely devastated, bawling my eyes out because I fell in love with all of these kids. But I also left feeling very fulfilled that was probably the best week of their lives, right? I did something to help better their lives. They're going to remember me, right? And like I have their address, and like we would send them stuff all the time. They would mail me stuff all the time too. And it's crazy actually. I like fell in love with this like little boy named Jonathan, and he was so sweet. And I went with my mom too, and so my mom was there, and we were like, what can we do for him? I was leaving, and I couldn't understand why everyone else who was in the group just like, they were like, okay, let's go home now. And I was like, why are we just leaving these kids? Like, why is no one else more fazed by this? I was devastated and I couldn't stop crying. And I was like, these kids don't have anything, and we're just going to go back to our big houses and our cars and everything at home, and they have nothing. And we actually got one of the little boys. We brought them here. We got a flight for them. We brought them here for like, I think he stayed with us for almost a month, and we just took him to dinners and we took him to the mall and we did all these fun things with him. And it's crazy because he was so grateful and he loved being here, but he actually ended up really missing his family, and like he ended up missing like his church family that he would be with and stuff. And I think our life here is so fast paced that it's a shock to come into such a big city and stuff here. But we have such good memories with him, and it was such a good time. And you could maybe consider doing something like going and, doing a mission of some sort. Just
I was thinking about that, or like, how they have the Boys and Girls Club or something, like a Big Sis kind of initiative, or like, I don't know. I even told Chris, like, I'm like, I would really love to be like, maybe like a running coach's assistant. Okay. Like, I don't want to be the running coach because I don't think I could coach running, but like for like elementary kids. Like running, like something like that.
That's
and like
cute.
To boost up their confidence. Like, I just want to be like, you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to.
You know what? You can come to Emma's PTO meetings with me if you want, just to get that out of your system. Because I'm telling you, you spend like 1 hour with those kids and you'll be like, never mind.
That's the thing, I think, too, that I'm just not around all those kids, So, like, I'm not, around that. But, like, I don't know. I want to do something like that this year. I feel like it's so, like, it's been like a little calling of mine. So if you're listening to this and you're in the Houston area and you're involved in something like that, or if you have any recommendations for your girl Jazzy, just
why don't we go volunteer at a children's shelter here in
I'm
Houston?
sure we can.
I'll look into that. Yeah. And let's do that.
I think
I would love to go with you.
We could do something. Yeah.
I would love to. Yeah. And we can even just go bring them toys, donate stuff.
Yeah.
I have so many toys I could go through Emma's closet and donate. So
I don't have a lot of toys. I have a lot of Fashion Nova clothes, but I can.
But what is this?
What is this? Is this a top or a skirt? What is this? No, but I mean, I can donate that. I can,
even
have a garage sale,
like any like skincare. I know you might get like PR packages, anything like that, skincare, makeup, like sealed stuff. We could definitely donate to a women's shelter.
Yeah. No, I'm down.
Let's do it. Look into it. I wanted to tell you, I started watching a show I'm obsessed with this week.
Okay.
And it's, oh my God, it's Special Forces. Have you seen anything about it?
No, on Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It's Special Forces, and it's basically like 16 celebrities per season. There's 3 seasons out right now, and we're on season 3, and it's like coming out every single week. And I'm so obsessed with it. It's basically, they do a crazy challenge. It's like the world's toughest test, and they do like Navy SEAL challenges. And it's like usually like 7 or 8 episodes.
I think that's...
Have you seen anything about it?
I think that's the one that I had a friend who was on the same, who was an athlete team with me, and I think she went on it.
No way.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God. You have to watch it. I feel like you and Chris would really enjoy it because it's just
Special
crazy.
Forces. Okay.
Special Forces on Hulu. Right now in this season, it's like, I found out about it because Alana Blanchard, who's a pro surfer, I follow her and I love her. She's on the show. And Brody Jenner's on the show this season. A bunch of cool people are on the shows if you go back and watch all the seasons. Like JoJo Siwa, that influencer girl, she was on season 1 or 2, I can't rember. But she killed it. She killed it. Yeah. So it's crazy to see these big celebrities like really tap into, they tend to, the show is interesting because it brings out like, what is their purpose of doing this? Why do they want to do this, right? Mm-hmm. Where do they find their inner strength? What do they want to get out of this? And the guys who are like the Navy SEALs and the ex-Marines and all these people who have all these crazy like things under their belt, they interrogate them and they like give them hell. They end up breaking them to where they're like, where does this trauma come from? Right?
Shit.
It's so good. It is so good, Jasmine. Like, I want to go on this show. I want to do this. Like, I want to do a Navy SEAL boot camp.
I would love to do a Navy SEAL boot camp.
You would kill it.
Fucking yell at me and tell me I'm a little bitch.
Tell me. Because it's going to, yes, I want to do it.
I work that way. And I have a friend who's like, do not speak. Like, And she won't mind me sharing this story, but Brittany and I went to this Pilates class, and we got there late. Well, we were like...
She's like, I have a friend, I won't say her name, but Brittany.
Yeah. And the lady was like, the owner was pretty rude, but I get it. We were taking a little while, and I was like, we're supposed to be there. She's like, y'all need to be quicker. Like, you should have gotten here like 2-3 minutes earlier.
Okay.
She had a tone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to the tone. And then in the class, she was like, y'all don't like what you see, like, y'all need to change it, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was very aggressive.
Yeah.
I love aggressive.
Yeah.
I've always, I till this day, I prefer men. I prefer men coaches. I want you to tell me I look like a little, like, I want you to tell me, yell at me, beat me down.
Yes.
Brittany was like, I will never come to this class again. She's like, do not speak to me that way.
Was it spin? What was it?
No, it was Pilates.
Oh, she's like, oh, they're for like...
She was like, it was Matt Pilates, and she was like, I will never allow anyone to speak to me that way. And I was like, girl,
You're like, baby, you were late.
I'm like, I thrive off of that. But I would love to do something like that. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I would love to do it. I'm telling you, watch it tonight. You're gonna be addicted.
Okay.
You're gonna be addicted. They do the most crazy, intense challenges, like jumping out of helicopters into water backwards. They're doing like these crazy height fall.
I can't swim, so I'm not doing that. You have to jump out of airplanes? I thought this was fitness. This is like fear? Is this Fear Factor? Like a new version of Fear Factor?
You can't swim?
I can't swim. No, I can't swim. We talked about this on the pod.
Oh my God.
I can't swim.
Like, at all? Like, what do you mean?
No, I can't swim. Like
you can't tread water?
I think I can tread a little bit.
You think?
Like, I can go, but like, I need a life jacket.
Okay. You cannot have a life jacket when you're on a boat in the military and it goes down. Like, no.
So is this like Fear Factor? But like,
girl,
fitness?
Okay. One of the craziest Navy SEAL challenges is where they literally tie your hands and your legs together and they throw you in a pool and you have to tread water like that. Yes, like it's crazy, intense water challenges too. So I think I don't know if you can be able to make
You go, baby girl, for the both of us. I'll go to like one of the Squid Game human challenges, like not the ones where you die, but you know they did the TV show. I'll do that.
Okay,
but not.
Wait, are you talking about like the Mr. Beast challenge? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, there's that one, but they did the Squid Games challenge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but no. If it has anything to do with water,
girl,
no.
What?
Do not sign us up with water
right
because
now.
we will drown. Do not team up with me. We will go down.
Can you swim underwater?
Yeah, I just gotta hold my nose and not go paddle with one arm and my legs. What?
I'm talking about it. You're like, I want to do that. I could do that. Every challenge is water. They're like throwing you in water.
You did not say that. You said they just break down the
they're
trauma.
Navy SEAls. They're Navy SEAls.
Yeah,
they're
no.
like, they do crazy water challenges. They're throwing them into the water, falling out of a helicopter and crazy stuff. Yeah.
I love things like that because you know how like you're watching something, you're like, I could do it. But like until you're there, I'm like, I wonder how much of a little vagina I would be.
No,
like,
I know.
It's
like watching the Olympics, you know, and like Simone Biles like accidentally falls outside the line. You're like, fucking bitch, come on, I could have done that. It's like you're eating potatoes on the couch, and you're like, come on.
You're like the ankle strength.
Yeah. You're like,
my ankle's strong, girl.
Triple, double back.
Good God.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. She could have landed. I'm literally like that. Damn, she missed a step. Dude, yeah, no. Okay, I need to watch that show though.
It's so good.
Hey, did you end up? I was actually thinking about this. Did you end up finishing the show? What was it called? God, I had the name of it.
Walking Dead?
No.
Sex and the City?
No, the one with not Big Little Lies. Oh my God, the one, that Toxic show.
No. Tell Me Lies.
Tell Me Lies.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I know I need to, you guys. I know I need to. It's just...
Well, I'll let you know when the next season's coming on because then you for sure need to watch it before the next season comes.
Let me do that because I'm not the type to... I don't like to... For instance, when House of the Dragon came out, the Game of Thrones show, it came out weekly, and I hate watching it once a week. I want to binge the whole thing.
Okay.
So actually, that would be better if you just tell me when the new season's coming out. When it comes out, then I'll binge the whole thing and watch it. Because I'll tend to forget what happens.
There's another show that's supposed to be
White Lotus comes out next week.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yes. But I think it's gonna come out weekly also. So I think I think I'm gonna
okay.
wait till probably like March, April to binge the whole thing.
There's another show coming out. I can't think on Netflix too. But then I saw. Did you see the new Final Destination movie?
No, but I love Final
trailer?
Destination. No.
Oh my! Did you see it? I saw it this morning and I sent it to Chris. He couldn't watch it.
Oh my god! Wait, when
I
does
have
it
to
come
send
out?
it to you. I don't know why I didn't think it hasn't. It hasn't been announced. It said it just gave me like a sneak peek of the trailer.
Oh my god, let's go see it in theaters. I will be the first one there to watch. I love Final Destination so much.
Dude, I remember like watching those movies as a kid and you're like just traumatized. You're like, oh my god, like I could have beat it.
No, you guys, I literally used to download them like totally illegally on my laptop, and it was definitely someone like filming it from a TV, you know what I mean? Like those pirated websites.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would watch all my shit before Netflix, before anything. Like I would literally go
Dude,
watch.
I feel like I was ballsier when I was younger because I would watch all those.
too.
I would watch all the Saw movies.
Me too.
And now I'm like,
you're scared now?
not that I'm scared, just like gore. But now after watching The Walking Dead, I'm like, if I can watch The Walking Dead, I can watch that Terrifier 3 movie or whatever.
Honestly, Substance is like the Substance. I would say is probably one of the most like crazy gory things I've ever seen.
It was really.
It really was. I also wanted to tell you I watched the new O.J. Simpson documentary on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, crazy! You have to see that too.
Is it good?
Yes, because it tells you about so many things that were never brought into evidence. That he did it 1,000,000%. I'm not gonna give it away. Just watch it. It is crazy the things that were never brought into the court case. Yeah, that happened.
That's the one that the Kim Kardashian's dad represented.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You guys have to watch it. Such a good watch.
Okay.
Yeah, watch it and then we'll talk about it.
Because right now I'm just watching Grey's Anatomy. It's great.
Yeah, Grey's is always great.
I don't have another show. Oh, and I'm watching The Good Place again, but it's like a 30
I've never seen that.
It's like a 30-minute it's like a morality show. Like it's just like supposed to be good and like, you know, it's wholesome. So I'm watching that right now. But anyways, how's your week been? What are you doing this week?
My week's been really good. Obviously having the bridal shower was like, it just uplifted me a bit because I've just been feeling so overwhelmed, I guess. But that was really good. I feel like I'm slacking so much, like fitness wise. I literally had spin scheduled yesterday and I was like, I wanted to go literally during my lunch and I was like, no, I have too much to do. Like I have too much to do. So I need to start going back to I used to go to 5:30 a.m. class. So I need to start getting back into the swing of doing that. It's just, I'm in this phase where I'm like, I have so much mentally, like I'm juggling to where I'm like, I'm so tired, but I need to practice what I preach because if I do get up and I do it, I feel so good when I do. I just need to have more discipline. It's just tough really right now, juggling all this wedding stuff. Once the wedding's done, like I'm going to feel so much better.
Yeah, I definitely think it's that for sure. And I think like also don't stress about it. Like I feel like if you are okay with the way that your body looks right now and you feel good and you know your wedding dress fits, like don't also like with everything else you have on your plate, like fitness is important especially if it is like a way for you, like a therapeutic thing, like for anxiety and stuff like that. But don't like feel guilty. If anything, like if you can't make the 5:30 spin class, just make it a habit of maybe like, okay, you're gonna walk Achilles every night. So you at least get your steps in and then like maybe you put on like a podcast and then you're also outside.
That's
so you're like really grounding yourself versus killing yourself to wake up at 5:30 when you already have so much on your plate, right? Like I feel like we all go through different phases of your life and that's why like when people like are like, oh, like how do you know when you should prep or not? Like there's always going to be things that come up, but there's certain times in your life where prep is easier to control than other times because if you're going into a new job or you're getting married and things like that, it's just like, why are you going to do something it's going to be too extremely hard, right? Like, so I think sometimes you go through phases where you have to just navigate like your fitness journey and like where you're at in life. Last year for me, I was only like training 3 times a week with like everything that was going on. I've just recently started like building it up again. And I'm okay with it, but I'm also okay with like weeks. Like last week I got all my spin classes done, but it was like a very busy week, and like all these like yesterday was a busy day. Moss has been really doing really well because TikTok, like one of our videos did really well. It blew up. Yeah, so we've been doing everything, like packaging all the orders, all the boxes, taking them loading them on the Bronco. My nails, I just got them done and I've hit them already so many times. Taking them to the UPS office. So like, it's just been like, girl, last night we left. We were up at like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. And we're just doing things, and we didn't get home till like 9:30 p.m. We were starving, and like, it's a blessing, right? But like, like with things like that, we did work out yesterday, and I actually did run. I'm like really excited because I added running into this month's goal and stuff. But like, you also have to like go through phases where now like I'm prioritizing my fitness because I have a little bit more time, right? And it's okay. But like, if you have a lot of going on, you have to kind of find a way to make it work where it's also going to like help you mentally, not add more stress to you,
right?
You know, because you do, I mean, in a month, you need to enjoy your wedding process, right? Because I feel like it's so easy to be like, let's come quick, but you only get married once. So enjoy like all the things and take all the help you can get.
Yeah.
Take all the help you can get, girl.
Yeah. I know I need to be better at that. And just accepting it.
And just accepting the help.
Yeah, I do. I need to be better at that. But no, you have a really good point. Whenever you were on prep, were you eating 5 times a day? How many times were you eating? 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm. But they were all like just small portions of things and like no carbs.
Would you make them each meal you would make it, or did you prep it like you had your 5 meals already in the fridge? Or how did that work? Because how can I do that having a full-time job? Do you know what I mean?
You'd have to prep it ahead of time.
And take it and then heat it up, or...
Yeah. So, like, if I had a full... if I had, like, a 9 to 5 job or whatever, I would... When I was prepping and I was working out at my parents' restaurant, the same, because I couldn't eat the food there, right? So, like, I would just I would cook... I don't cook chicken. I don't cook protein for the whole week because I get grossed out. So, I would cook protein for 2 days.
Right,
2 days worth.
Bad.
And then, like, on a Wednesday... I knew like I was going to get home and I was going to cook that night, and I would make meals again for the weekend, and then for the rest of the week, and then the weekend I was off, so I could always make my meals as I went. But yeah, you just meal prep like the protein meats. Like hard-boiled eggs are really good. Greek yogurts are really good for protein. Like I'd also find like easy things like that I could just incorporate. Obviously with prep, I was eating like, I would cook like, let's say like the whole packet of turkey, and that would be for like, if I only had turkey once a day, it'd be enough for 3 days, right? Like, so then I'd make like some chicken, and then at night for my last meal, I was always at home, and it was always like egg whites. So I would always just make them at night. So my breakfast was egg whites, my dinner was egg whites. So
you get tired of eggs?
Girl, I got tired of eggs, chicken, everything.
You just force yourself to eat it.
You force yourself. You have no other option on prep. But you have an option. You don't have to force feed that.
No, but I want to get into that because I was in a phase where I was doing that so well, and I'd make ground turkey and rice, and I'd have ground turkey and rice 3 times a day, and I'd be fine. But like the eggs, I got so tired of eggs.
Girl, egg whites right now, I have to add an egg, or now I've been doing like, I'll add cottage cheese and avocado to my egg whites.
That sounds good.
So good.
I could do that.
Because girl, I was... during December, I couldn't even swallow my egg whites.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, don't. I kept telling him how much, because Chris, usually the one that makes breakfast for us, I'm like, how much freaking egg whites did you make me? He's like, baby, I made you the same. I'm like, I cannot finish this. I would take like 3 bites and I wanted to throw up.
Yes.
And so like, I just have to change it around, or like I'll make myself, I'd rather get like 2 whole eggs, and I know like, okay, I'm just really picky about my fats, where I get my fats from, but I'm like, nah, just fuck it. I'll get my fats now, and I'll eat like lean beef later, chicken later. But you just have to eat meals that you like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with chicken and rice, or make yourself like, I'm like Mexican too. Like I love healthy Mexican food. I make myself tacos all the time.
Right.
Salad bowls with like pico and chicken, or you can even make shrimp. Like I feel like Mexican stuff is so easy. Tostadas of shredded chicken. Super healthy. Tostadas are gluten-free.
Like chicken tinga with some chipotle peppers.
Yeah. Chicken tinga with tostadas are gluten-free, and then there's baked tostadas that have no aceite. Like, super easy. I mean, the hardest part is the chicken, right? But you make it for like 2-3 days. You can eat tostadas, you can eat it in like a pan, like
that's such a good idea.
A sandwich. Like, yeah,
you guys,
like,
can we talk about how expensive groceries are nowadays?
yeah, no, I know.
I go to the grocery store. I swear I used to get a whole cart full of groceries for $100. Now I'm spending like $300.
Where do
at the
you
grocery
go?
Store. I go to H-E-B. I
do
love
too.
H-E-B. I like Trader Joe's, like
Yeah.
Whole Foods. I get specific things at Whole Foods I love, so I'll run into Whole Foods. But
Yeah,
I'm
Whole
always
Foods
at
is very
H-E-B or
specific.
Trader Joe's.
Well, honestly, I don't go to Whole Foods as much. I go to Trader Joe's for like the specific things, like my desserts, my brown sugar creamers from there. I love it. Oat milk creamer. But H-E-B, we used to be like, when we lived in Sugar Land, we did Kroger all the time because it was right across the street. And from Georgia, we did Kroger. And now when we moved to the city, the H-E-B was here. We love H-E-B.
I love
Oh my God, the
H-E-B.
savings of H-E-B.
I love H-E-B so
Yeah.
much. With some buddy bucks.
Some what?
Buddy bucks. The little buddy bucks they give kids. Do you know about that?
No.
No, when Emma comes with me, like she always gets a buddy bucks, and then you can put them in a little vending machine, and you get a little like sticker, or, like games and stuff.
No, I don't know. You have a kid, so obviously I don't know. But
Well, if you're gonna be an adoptive mother,
then I
you're gonna
need
get
to
the hang
learn
of it.
these things. No, but I mean, just like, yeah, like,
Eggs are so expensive.
yeah. I mean, healthy food in general is just expensive. Obviously.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really is. Like, I spend so much in Uber Eats, and I don't always eat bad on Uber Eats. I used to use like Sweetgreen or Chipotle, honestly,
Yeah.
on Uber Eats. I don't even want to know how much
I
I've spent
don't.
on Uber Eats. Like, I'm serious, between Blake and I, maybe 30 grand this past year. I'm not even kidding you, probably.
No, absolutely.
Easily. And it's like, holy shit, we could have used that in groceries, but at the same time, at this point in the economy, groceries are almost just as expensive.
Well, groceries are really expensive for two people because you have to think if you're
Yeah,
gonna
it
make
is.
a meal
It is.
for two people, you have to buy all the ingredients for that one meal,
Right.
And then it's just you and that person, and like y'all got to be eating that shit all week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it gets tiring. It's the same with us. I mean, Chris's barber was telling him the same thing. Like he was looking at how much he was spending on Uber Eats every month. I'm like, I don't even want to look at my Uber Eats. We hardly ever had Uber Eats at the house in Sugar Land. Here,
You can get Nobu.
girl, we get Uber Eats like 4 or 5 times a week. Like, and when we have my meals from Hummus, they're great. So during the week, we try not to have any Uber Eats when we have our meals. But when we don't, it's healthy too. Same,
Yeah.
like we've found a lot of healthy spots
Yeah.
here that we get like chicken and rice, blah, 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 but it still adds up.
It adds up.
And it adds up, girl. I'm spending a ton of money on Uber Eats too.
Me too. I'm like, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, and I'm like, not leave my house? Che. Someone delivered to me? Che.
It's the best when you're sick.
Yeah,
Like Uber
me
Eats
too.
when you're sick, just like groceries to your door. Like I really do love all that stuff. It's expensive, but like it's so worth it sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's worth it.
It is. Or
It
like
is.
a late night butter cake, Mastro's in my bed.
Girl, for me, it's
Yep,
Taco
yep.
Bell. Taco Bell when
Oh
I
my
need
God.
a Taco
Oh my
Bell.
God.
That's my like
Guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure from Uber Eats.
Love Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell. We haven't had it in a while because Chris had an upset stomach last time, but
Really?
yeah.
I'm terrified of food poisoning. Have you gotten food poisoning before? Like bad?
Yeah.
What
Not
did you
bad,
eat?
but like just throw up. I don't remember. Yes, I do remember. Oh, I do remember. It's one of our favorite. It was one of our favorite Asian restaurants.
Can you say
Tiger
it?
noodle.
Tiger noodle from here?
You know what Tiger
I've
noodle?
never had it. No.
Yeah, we had it from the. We loved it. We would even when we were in Sugar Land, we would drive all the way over here in
Oh my
Rice
God.
Village to get it. Well, a few months ago, it's been like half a year, like 6 months ago. We ordered it in Uber Eats, and girl,
What did you get specifically?
like it was the noodles. I was throwing up noodles.
But did it have like what meat in what
Shrimp and
Shrimp.
shrimp is always like my. That's where if I get food poisoning, it's shrimp.
Yeah, seafood
Sometimes
is definitely like
it's the
Yeah.
one. And that was just, girl, I couldn't even stand the smell of it for a long
Yeah.
time because I was just throwing up the noodles. And food poisoning is one of those things. You've never had food poisoning?
yes.
Okay, where you're like
once.
sweating, everything is spinning, you
Yes.
want to throw up. Like,
No,
oh my God, it's
I'd
so
rather
bad.
sit my naked ass on a hot grill than have food poisoning. I would take my fucking finger off of my hand than have food poisoning. I hate the feeling of like I am like it's like worse than being hungover because you're like, you cannot help yourself. You're like literally shitting yourself, puking. You have the spins, you have fever. I'm like sweating. I feel dizzy, body aches. It was the worst thing I've ever experienced
laying on
in my
the
whole
floor
life.
like the cold, please help me, God.
Shaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
God.
awful.
Speaking of that, so I was talking to, we had this Moss event with our friend from Realign. He does like chiropractic stuff. So he just came back from Thailand. He said he loved it. Obviously, the food is like very different. And then we were talking about India. He was like, "Would you go to India?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." Like, he's like, "Would you go to Thailand?" I'm like, yes and no. Like, it's beautiful, but like for me, there's a ton of other places that I want to go first. Like, that's not. And India, no, thank you. It's just India is it's like a third world country, right? So like there's a lot of poverty, very, very much so. And then not only that, the TikTok videos do not make it better, right? Where you're watching the guys, like the way they're putting food, right?
Yeah, like with their bare hands.
And their feet, and like it's just nasty.
Yes.
Okay, so, and this is, I'm not talking about, please don't think I'm talking bad about Indian people at all. I'm just saying like the country when you're there, right? It's definitely very different. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because there was a guy who was in university and he was making YouTube videos. He took one summer off from university to go to these different places. He went to Africa first, try out the food, this and this, like went to different places. Ends up in India, is vlogging. Vlogs the video, vlogs that one place where it's like famous on TikTok. He's vlogging it. And he even jokes around it. He's like, "Oh my God, this plate is gonna take me to heaven," like just kind of joking around. He eats the food. Within 30 minutes, he's rushed to the hospital because he had so much stomach pain. They take like 3 hours at the Indian hospitals to see him. He had such a bad stomach virus infection. He died within like 2 hours. Died. Oh my God. They have his whole vlogs up still.
Holy shit.
He died from a stomach infection.
Obviously from that.
From poisoning. Yeah, from that. So I know we're talking about food poisoning, but that's how bad it is. Like, if food poisoning is so scary. It is. Because, like, you just don't. That's why, Chris, we will not Uber eat. Like, and the girls and everyone knows, like, if Chris, they say, we're going to go here, and Chris will look it up. If that restaurant does not have a 4.5 Google and Yelp rating, we're not going.
No, I agree.
4.5 is the least he'll go.
God, that's crazy. Yeah. No, you can get some serious lethal bacteria from food. Yeah. And if it's not cooked properly and if it's not sanitary, totally, you can die from it. No, yeah. That is so scary.
I was like, he died, Israel? He's like, he died. And he sent me the videos on Sunday. He was sending me all the videos, and I was like, for me, that's why I'm like, put me in a fucking resort. Yes. And even then, like, you have in resorts, same with Mexico, you have to be careful with the water, and you have to be careful with everything. Like, it's just your stomach's not used to things like that.
I am so picky, and I hate how, like, sometimes it comes across as bougie. It's like, it's not even bougie at this point. It's like safety. It's like my safety. Food. It's like sanitary. Like, you have to be sanitary with your food, and especially in other countries, it's very shady the way they do things, and you don't know what's going on in that kitchen. They probably don't have the health inspector coming in as they should here in the U.S., right? Like, even in the U.S., we have a lot of issues like that. Like, did you see, like, the whole Costco eggs? Like, the Costco eggs had a ton of huge recall this past, like, 2 weeks ago maybe, or 3 weeks ago. Huge recall on Costco eggs because I think there was a couple deaths, too. We had, like, the boar's head salami.
Oh yeah,
killing people. Killing people. Yeah. Then there was a McDonald's outbreak. It was in their quarter pounder in the onions. This specific onion farm had a huge outbreak of E. coli in the onions. It's crazy, and it killed a couple people. So I don't know. I know you guys probably don't go to McDonald's, but Blake and I will stop at McDonald's like every once in a while, and sure enough, we stopped at McDonald's like when it was happening, and it was like quarter pounder not available temporarily. They had to recall and take back all that stuff. Oh shit! Yeah, just from onions having E. coli in them. And what's crazy is E. coli is from fecal matter in animals. Yeah. Yeah. So what's crazy is like, because I watch so many documentaries on all this stuff, because you guys know I'm like big on like veganism and all that, but basically, the runoff from slaughterhouses is how vegetables get E. coli, because the runoff waste and sewage goes into a big pond, and that pond water is sprayed onto lettuce. Like the farm next door that grows tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, sprays water on their crops to water them, and it has E. coli because it has fecal matter from the next door slaughterhouse farm.
Jesus Christ.
That's how we get that. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. And like 99% of chicken has E. coli usually, which is why you have to cook it completely thoroughly.
Yeah, the chicken, you have to be super
salmonella.
careful.
Sorry,
Well,
salmonella.
Chris is literally one of those people that we will go to someone's house, and if something, even if it's Mexican, was made with their hands and he did not see it, he will not take a plate. Mm-hmm. He'll be like, no. Chris is not one that will buy tamales from the lady outside. Mm-mm. Me, sometimes I'm like, okay, pobrecita. Like, I'll just...
Girl.
It's like, you don't know who the hell made that tamales. You're not buying that. You're not eating that.
Well, also, sitting in that pan, she's probably been out there for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's so crazy.
She's like, puerco? I got food poisoning once from pork. And I don't like pork. I don't touch pork. I didn't know that the dumplings, they were dumplings from a place here in Houston that's actually like,
you know, this last time, what is it called?
Mad.
Oh, from the dumplings are Mad? Because I got, this last time that I had dumplings, I didn't even know pork could do that. Maybe that's what it was. I got so sick. My stomach was hurting so bad.
Pork is like one of the dirtiest meats.
It was probably that. I got food poisoning.
I do not touch pork. I don't touch pork anymore. It was so bad. Like, it was so bad. It happened like within 6 hours. I know it was that for a fact because it was the only thing that I ate. And Joanna went with me that night, and Joanna didn't eat it, and she was fine. So I know it was pork. Yeah, so sick.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys this week.
I love that. No, I'm so glad. I just want to like go make out with my man.
You're like, I love you so much, baby.
I love him so much. And even like playing the bridal shower game and hearing his answers and stuff, and his answer to like what's one word that describes her. I didn't know what he was gonna say, but he was like beautiful inside and out, and it's so cheesy and like cliche, right? But I really just thought about it, and I'm like, oh my God, like it's just I forget that my man thinks those things about me, right? Like, because I'm so in love with him, and but we're so busy with life that we forget what is the core of our relationship. It's like just that love that we have for one another, and don't ever settle. Like, don't ever settle, and don't be afraid to break things off with someone who's not giving you what you need, and vice versa, right? Like if you're pouring your heart out to them and they're not reciprocating it, like just there is someone out there for you. So just like move on, save yourself like the years of heartbreak, and just you're gonna find that person that is like so perfect for you.
Yeah, and I think like you can testify on this like based on like other relationships, not relationships, but like friendships that you've had that you've seen firsthand, like finding the right person, because you can be promised all these things by other guys who have money and everything, but if they're not the right person for you, they're not the right person, because money cannot buy you happiness. All these like luxury things cannot buy you happiness. You have to find the guy that truly loves you and thinks, like, as cliche as that is, it was like so beautiful. Like, you want your man to think you are the most beautiful person inside and out, you know, and to hear your man think that about you. Because me and Gabby wrote attentive. Because you are so attentive. But attentive and loving is what I wrote down. But I was like, he's going to say something about how loving she is. Or like, you know, I didn't even know you were patient. Apparently you're very patient. That's something I learned about you.
I'm pretty patient.
Yeah.
I try to be.
Yeah. Rose was like, she's so patient. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But yeah, just hearing those things were just like, it's just like, you love love. I love love. You know, I love love when people are like super in lovey-dovey with each other. I love it. I love. Well,
it's crazy because I was never like, I've always wore my heart on my sleeve, but I wasn't always like a goo gaga like lover girl. It's just like once you find your soulmate, you're like, oh my God, this is love. Yeah. I thought I was like in love. That was not love. That was not love. Like this, the way I love that man, like I would like knowing you would die for someone. Yeah. Literally, I'd lay my life down for you. Like that is love. It's just so crazy to experience that. Yeah. And every woman needs to experience that in life.
Yeah, I told Chris yesterday, I was like, I'll rob a bank for you, what you need. Where we had in the body. Because we were watching Grey's Anatomy yesterday and they were saying something about robbing the bank. Oh, because Christina's hiding Burke's secret about the handshake, his hands trembling. And I was like, I'd die for you. I'm like, I'll rob a bank for you. Where are we hiding it? What are we doing? Like, I go down for you. He looked at me while he's eating his haul, guys, and he's like, me too, baby, me too. Like, you went extreme right now. Oh my God.
I feel like you need to make like a rap video or something.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, guys, I think that's it for this week. You got anything else to add?
They're like, okay, shut this shit off.
Shut the hell up already, girls. Oh my God. No, this was good. This was good.
That was fun.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
we'll do our Valentine's segment for you girls next week. Should be
yes, it's Valentine's.
It's Valentine's.
The time of love. I know, I love love. What do you guys have planned for Valentine's?
We're going to Mastro's.
Ooh.
On Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't
what do you
wait
guys
to
have? Oh,
girl, he works. Yeah, he works because he's in the restaurant industry. So we don't ever celebrate on Valentine's Day. Everything's so busy anyways. Like, I don't want to go to Masters when it's slammed busy.
I'm going on Saturday, so hopefully it's not that busy. But I'm like,
girl, Masters is going to be busy.
Chris is like, should we sell our reservation? I was like, no. Or did I say that? I think I was doing, should we sell the reservation? He's like, no, I want to go. I'm like, okay. I was like, that's fine. And we have an event that Sunday too. And I was like, we can. Kevin was in the car with me right now. I'm like, we can't go. We can't make our reservation on Saturday. He's like, why? I'm like, because we have that event on Sunday. He's like, okay. And you need a full 12 hours because I'm like, I'm going to be stressed out at dinner.
No, you're like, I'm going to be walking side to side because I promised I was going to give you anal.
Oh my God, probably. Yeah, probably.
So yes, you need 12 hours to recover.
Yeah, I need 12 hours to recover for that event. Yes, girl, you're right. Damn, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
T minus how many days till I have to give up the boho?
10 days. 10 days? You got 10 days left.
Posted on my stories. T minus 10 days. Gabby, you giving it up too? I'm gonna tell Izzy, I'm like, make her give it up. Make her give it up.
Guys, on the Patreon, we went into very deep anal talk. And Jasmine said Valentine's Day she was going to give it to her man. Yeah. So we will report back
on the Patreon.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
In the 2 weeks. All right, guys.
Can't wait to hear.
Let us know what you guys want to hear next for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like what kind of segment you guys want.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys want to hear.
All right, guys. We love you very much. Thank you
love
so much
you.
for listening. Don't forget to share. Bye.
I'm literally just a girl.